for East Side Vibes. So normally, obviously, we would at least try to cover music that's like pretty topical or that came out like relatively
Correct.
like relatively close to like now.
No.
But this week I decided to go back to an album that came out at the beginning of this year.
Okay.
And I figured there's a couple reasons I figured you would like it. One, because of her voice and like type of artist, but also because you really liked the Bad Bunny album, which came out at the beginning of this year.
My favorite so far.
Which this album sonically reminded me a lot of that one,
Correct.
which is why I went back to it. But yeah, so the reason why I wanted to do this album is because I thought it compared to that one sonically.
Yes.
And this week we're doing Tropicoqueta by Karol G.
I will tell you this, completely different than Rosalia.
Oh, yeah. Well,
like two
they're
different spectrums.
totally different artists.
Yeah, so I was like, when you told me we were going to listen to this, I was kind of like,
Well,
I wonder if it's going to be the same.
No.
Nope.
No, this is more like reggaeton. That's why I compared it to Bad Bunny.
Yep.
The Rosalia one is like, I mean, it's like classical music basically.
Gorgeous.
But anyway, I don't want to take away from Karol G. Karol G is an artist that I've like known about for a long time, and like for a very long time, and always like kind of, I would say, like knew about her music and like would hear her on features. And
yes,
there's a song that has Nicki Minaj called Tusa, which I really like.
She's on two Bad Bunnies, features on two Bad Bunny songs.
There's a song by with her and Shakira called TCG, which I really like.
Really cool.
But I never really like got into her as much as like some other people who are like really into Spanish music, and typically this is the type of artist that I would like normally be very into. But because I think it's because like she came on a little like in like the early to mid 2010s, and for whatever reason I never like attached to her music. The reason why I got like into Karol G at the beginning of this year is because I have a friend who like is basically in love with her, you know? Like,
she is
like
gorgeous.
His favorite artist.
Ooh, is gorgeous.
And we would hang out, and he would always try to. He's like, "Do you like Karol G, Joe? Like, I know you like Spanish music. Do you like Karol G?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's whatever."
Yeah.
And I think it was around the time when he kept asking me. It was around the time this album came out, which was last March, and I think he wanted to listen to it with me, but he never like said that, and I didn't like put two and two together there. And I would always tell him that like, if he grew up loving, he's a few years younger than me.
Okay.
If he grew up loving Karol G, like I grew up loving like Shakira. But
so Karol G to him is the
would
Shakira,
be like Shakira
to you.
to me.
Oh my gosh.
I think I wrote that on my blog. But about like 3 or 4 months ago, I just decided to start listening to this album.
Okay.
I think I had a song come on while I was like hanging out with some friends. I was like listening to music, and a song came on shuffle from like some playlist, and I was like, this is really good. So I went back to the album and listened to the whole thing.
Okay.
And decided to cover it from my blog.
Glad you did.
Yeah, like I like typically I would have covered this when it came out, but because I was kind of slacking on my blog this year, and I just like somehow skipped this one.
Yeah.
I never like got to it.
Okay.
But once I listened to it, I'm like, we have to listen together because I figured you would really like this album too. And as far as like Karol, like normally like I'll try to give a little like history on the artist or whatever. I actually don't know like a ton about Karol G. I know she's from Colombia, and she's been fairly popular.
She's won Latin Grammy
Or not
Awards.
fairly popular, insanely popular for the
Latin
last like
Grammys.
10 years.
Yep.
Well, she won a Grammy for her last album, a regular Grammy for Mañana Será Bonito, I think the album was called.
Didn't know that.
And I think, so it's the Tropicoqueta is her 5th studio album.
Okay.
And I believe that Mañana Será Bonito was the one that like really cemented her as like a top artist. Like you'll see that people call her like the queen of Latin pop now. And I think that was the album that did that, because if you look at the reception of like her first 3 albums, like they were good, but like they weren't on that level.
Okay.
And Tropicoqueta has gotten a very similar response to that album.
Alright, so the level, okay.
Yeah. So I knew this one had to be on that level sonically, where she really came into her own here. But like I said, I don't like, besides just knowing that she's from Colombia and she's pretty popular, I don't know a ton about her. So this is someone, I don't know if there's any stats that you, or stats, anything that you like picked up on your research that you could tell me or tell us.
So the album actually has a blend of sound and languages from many Latin American countries. So it's not just
definitely.
Colombia, it's coming from a bunch of Latin American countries. She actually started her career on Colombia's version of the X Factor.
I think I heard that.
Thought that was cool.
I also like saw that like she used to like record the Apple commercials in Spanish for Latin America.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like their version of like Siri and like the commercials or stuff. That's Karol G doing.
That's Karol G doing.
Yeah.
That's really funny. She had a lot of difficulty getting her music put out in Colombia because it's a very male-dominated, musical thing, and I think also in Latin America,
it's like that.
It's more male-dominated. So she had a really difficult time with that. So she moved to New York City and she signed with Universal Music Latino, and it's after she did that she really started cracking a lot more.
Okay.
We said she appeared in a couple of Latin Bad Bunny songs and other ones, so that's just kind of it for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing I've like noticed is she seems to be very loyal to the people that she makes music with.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but almost every single song on this album is produced by an artist named Ovi on the drums.
Okay.
Like you'll hear that at the beginning of the song.
Okay.
And I listened to some of her older music, and he has always been a part of her music.
Okay.
So it feels like Karol G has like really trusted this artist or this producer and this engineer, and they've worked together for like a very long time. Which
there you go.
I always like that when like artists are connected to or devoted to like their I guess producer, because usually that person has like their best interest or sound in mind.
Right, that makes sense.
So like we usually do, we're going to talk about some of our favorite songs from Tropicoqueta and then go over some like overall thoughts on the record to close things out. The first song we picked is one of my mom's picks, and it's Ivone Bonita. So I'll let you talk about that one.
So, must have been not that long ago, Karol G was on Jimmy Fallon talking about the album, and she was talking more just about the general aspect of the album, but then she got into Ivone Bonita, and he's like, well, what is that? Who is that? So on Fallon, she said it was actually an alter ego that she created to deal with personal difficulties she was going through. Because she's like, you're personally going through them, but if she felt if she created this alter ego, maybe the alter ego would deal with them and not herself. It kind of depends upon how you look at it. Ivone Bonita is a magical, strong, intelligent woman. So that's who Ivone is. So that's why the alter ego was thrown in there, because in her mind, Ivone was this real strong person who could deal with personal difficulties. Ivone Bonita also suggests the meaning of women. This is so cool. Women giving flowers to themselves. And she said in the interview, she said, because sometimes we wonder how we are going to deal with what life gives us. And when we do, nobody recognizes it. So we don't have to but we don't show ourselves enough gratitude for doing whatever it is that we did. So she's like, give yourself flowers, give yourself a pat on the back. You dealt with whatever it was. You should be proud of yourself. Feminine power is really strong in this song. I mean, just because of the whole essence of it. And I said lyrics that represent the meaning of the song, meaning, personal female strength, are: she is a work of art, she is something else, she is happy with the basics, And if you see her dancing slowly, it's a show. How she thinks she is brilliant, she is awesome, and everything about her is romantic.
And I think sonically that one's one of the more like uppity, like Latin pop type songs.
Yep.
I would say.
Yep.
Like there are songs that have, I would say, like I categorize it as like Latin pop, where it sounds kind of adjacent to American pop, but like with a different like style of melody. And I think Ivone Bonita is one of those songs.
Is this the one? And I can't remember. Is this the one that starts off with a like drum beat? Like it's like, you know, when you have people with those drums with the thing on the top and they just drum with their hands on
I
it.
think so. I mean, you picked it.
I know. I honestly,
yeah.
I'm so sorry. I can't remember if it is. I'm almost positive it is, but it just the intro really brought it in too.
So that's Ivone Bonita. The next song we picked, it's one of my picks. It's Papacito.
Papacito.
And this one is like, I would say it's one of the slower songs on the album. It's like one of the softest ones.
Yes.
I think technically, if you go describe the genre, it's called techno merengue. Because it's a version of, it sounds like old school merengue music, but the tone on the guitar riff and like the way the synths come in like make it sound kind of more modern.
Right, you
it's
were
like a
right.
more modern version of merengue.
Right, but I like the fact that you said it was softer. This one is a softer song.
Well, like it like definitely has like a merengue feeling. Like when I hear this, I like literally want to get up and dance with someone, like do merengue dance. One thing about Papacito is it's the only song that has like mostly English lyrics.
Yes. Yes.
Like it has a ton of English lyrics on this one, which Karol G is not typically known for singing in English.
No, she has such a strong accent.
So I like that this one kind of switches it up. Papacito lyrically, I think like the title of it even kind of like tells you what the song is about. It's about her like wanting to like dance with like, you know, like her partner, her significant other.
Yes.
It has a very like just flowy, sweet feeling to it. I really like her vocals because they're like the song. They're softer on this one compared to a lot of the other music on this record.
Agreed.
And it like really like her vocals for the most part are very like strong and pronounced. But this one she dials it back, and I like that because it like fits the feeling of like the emotional feeling of the song very well.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on Papacito.
There was actually something that happened on Jimmy Fallon with that. So he was going through the album and the songs with her, and I think she brought up Ivone Bonita. And then when she was done with that, she was talking about Tropicoqueta, and how it's like a very flirty female girl or whatever. Is that what's Queta? And I'll get to that, but long story short, Jimmy Fallon then said to her, "Oh, am I the Papacito?" And she's like, "Sure." And he so he had to put the album cover in front of his face. He was so embarrassed. It was funny.
I don't know why you would be embarrassed by that. If I could be Karol G's Papacito, like that would be the dream come true. So,
she
please.
is gorgeous,
Yeah.
Just gorgeous. She has such a good personality too.
Yeah.
Like, really fun personality.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that's Papacito. The next song we picked is Cuando Me Muera Te Olvido, and I knew that my mom would pick this one because of the sample that drives it.
Yes.
One of my mom's favorite artists.
Yes.
So I'll let you talk about it.
Yes, he is the person that the background music, and that is from my top 5 all-time favorite people, George Michael. So when I listen to it,
the sample is obvious. It's from Careless Whisper.
Yeah, George Michael.
One of those songs where like you would know that song if you don't know that song, because it's just like incredibly popular.
Right, like
and it's sampled in a lot of stuff.
Right, and it was, it starts out with just the instrumental part of it, and as soon as it did, I'm in my head going, that's Careless Whisper. But then when she starts to sing the first version of it, she's actually singing using the music as her thing. So it's not like it's just background music. She actually
Yeah,
puts her
normally
own words in.
when you hear like, because this song does get sampled a lot.
Yes.
You'll hear it in other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I could show you like other songs that like where this song is sampled. There's
Beautiful
that.
song.
There's that one Seether like rock song that like samples this song. But usually they don't sing in the same
In the riff.
in the rhythm
Yeah,
that
yeah.
she's singing.
Yep.
Or that George Michael sings.
Yeah.
And I like that she does that on this song.
It was so awesome.
It almost feels like a Latin version of that song.
Yes, he knew I was going to pick this as soon as he heard it. So the song actually centers around love and heartbreak, which is what Careless Whisper is about as well. It's about the difficulties of being deeply in love, having a relationship end, but in addition to having to forget that person, like the difficulties of, because a lot of times when relationships end, you may not forget the person, you may still be friends, but she's like in this one, when the relationship ends, you just have to stop, communicating, stop thinking about that person. So lyrics I said that represented that entire concept was, don't tell me you weren't happy with me. If you want to go ahead. I'll take care of you from afar, because when I die, I'll forget you. So it's not more of a, oh, go ahead, goodbye, I'm going to forget you. It's really deep. It's a deep feeling. And again, if you've ever listened to Careless Whisper, it's very deep as well. And it's like, the only way I'll forget you is if I die. And it's like, wow.
Well, like, it like basically means like, why does my mind keep like thinking of you? Like, why does my mind keep going to you?
I can't forget you.
Yeah.
So
pretty much what that means.
exactly. So yeah, great song, especially if you love George Michael.
Yeah. So that's Quando Me Muera Te Olvido. The next one we picked is another one of my picks. It's Verano Rosa, and that's featuring Faid, which I believe Faid was her boyfriend until like very recently.
Oh, okay.
So when they made like for a year or two, so like when they made this song, they were like together.
Why would you break up with her?
And now they're broken up. So like I wonder how it is for her to perform this song.
Well, she's probably thinking about Quando, whatever, when she's performing that.
I actually
one.
saw Faid, I think, was at a Bad Bunny concert recently because they're good friends.
Okay.
And I think I saw him perform this song, which is like kind of funny because it's a very popular song.
So the ex-boyfriend performed the song?
Yeah, because he is
at a Bad Bunny concert.
Yeah, well, because he is like like a half a part of the song.
Yeah.
But, like,
oh my gosh.
it's
wow.
his song too, but like it's kind of funny because
Yeah.
they have to perform it even though they just broke up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Never
you
thought
have
about
to.
that.
It's
yeah,
a very
it's part of your
popular song.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Verano Rosa was, I'd say this is one of the most like internationally popular songs on this album. Like it's one that there are a few songs on here. That once I listened to the album like in full, it's like, oh, I've heard that, and this is one of them where like I've just listened to music and I just like heard this in passing. When I wrote about it, I said that like the instrumental reminds me of like a sunny day at the beach. It's like very like bright and like sweet sounding. It's another like Latin pop song with just like, it has like a bit of a reggaeton tempo to it, but like it feels like a mixture of like reggaeton and pop. And I really like Karol G and Faid's chemistry on this.
It's very nice.
Because Faid has like kind of like a lower huskier voice, and she has like this like very high like bright sounding voice. And though I really like how they sing back and forth. And Verano Rosa, like the idea of it is like very interesting to me too, because like basically what they're saying is like they're going out with other people, trying to not think about each other, but when they go out with other people, all they do is think of that person.
So going back to Quando Me Muerta, kind of like the same aspect. It's like my song came before your song.
Well,
so
like for this one, it's like she, like they know that they're just gonna keep going back to each other, even if they try to like talk to other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's like the idea of like not wanting to be exclusive with someone, but like knowing you probably should be.
Right, because you keep going back to that person.
Yeah, exactly. So like, why wouldn't you?
That's really interesting.
But like sonically, like it feels like very sweet and bright. Like it's a lighthearted take on that idea. So that's Verano Rosa with Fade. The next one we picked is another one of my picks. It's Tu Perfume. And to be honest, I actually, if you like look through this album and like the most popular songs, I thought this one should be like one of the most popular songs based on the sound because it just feels like it has like international like pop hit like energy.
Okay.
But this isn't one. It's one of my favorite songs, but it's not in the top like 8 or whatever.
Wow.
This is Tu Perfume is like a almost like an electro, like a modern electro pop version of reggaeton music.
Can you just explain for me what is reggaeton? I always think of like Bob Marley when I think of reggaeton.
No, that's reggae.
That's reggae. So what's reggaeton?
I can literally like do like is this beat.
Oh.
That's reggaeton. So
okay,
like,
got it. Thank you. Because I've always wondered between what it was. Okay.
If you hear that beat, that's typically reggaeton.
Okay.
And Tu Perfume, the like I said, the melody is like very like saturated and feels almost like house music, but it's like it's put on top of this reggaeton beat, which is like pretty unique and interesting. That's why I felt like it would be a like a pop hit because it sounds like something you just like go to the club and like hear, at least in my opinion.
Okay.
And her vocals are like very strong on this album, on this song too. It's like, in my opinion, it has some of the strongest vocals on the record. Like she's really matching the energy of the instrumental. And like other songs on the album, this song is basically about her like trying to forget her ex. I think it's literally like trying to forget their smell.
Oh wow!
You know, like
wow.
You just,
yeah,
keep,
well
like,
you do have that smell
everywhere.
Yeah, you do.
And like wherever she goes, whatever she does, she just can't get rid of that feeling. And yeah, I think that, in my opinion, this should have been one of the biggest hits. And
Why do you think it wasn't?
Because this album had so many other bigger hits. Actually, when we like do our shout outs at the end, there are a couple of them that ended up being huge hits, and I think it's just because there's so many.
I have a feeling this one I was going to shout out too. Yeah, I have a feeling.
It's just one of those things where like half of this album, once I actually went into it, half of this album ended up being like huge songs, and this just happened to not be one of those ones.
When you say they're huge songs, not huge songs that are played on the radio. Or would they be in the top 40?
The
like
radio.
Billboard?
I don't think the radio's a thing anymore.
Yes, it is. Dad listens to the radio.
Yeah,
but like it would be in like top 40 Billboard or something like that. Is that?
Yeah, or like I like kind of go based on like streaming because like Billboard is hard.
Okay.
Like if you go on like a lot of these songs have like almost 1 billion streams, and this album only came out like 9 months ago. So
where do you find the streams? Like on TikTok?
Just on Spotify.
Oh.
Just like the number.
Okay.
And this just isn't one of the top ones.
Okay.
So anyway, so that's Tu Perfume. The last song we picked is the title track, and I think it's the last song on the album too.
Yes,
it's
it is.
Tropicoqueta.
Yep.
Which is so, and that was one of my mom's picks, so I'll let you talk about it.
So again, she talked about this on Jimmy Fallon. Just the title album and the song itself, and Tropico actually translates
tropical
to tropical. Okay,
Yeah.
It's like beautiful imagery, kind of. You're in the tropics. Okay, it's gorgeous. But coqueta, means flirty girl. And so when she was trying to explain, I mean, when she's explaining this to Jimmy Fallon, she's not like flirty girl. She's like flirty girl. And I mean, she's got an outfit to match her personality. So basically, she's like, I'm a tropical flirty girl, is what she said. And she even said, I'm full of magic, I'm full of flavor, and I'm full of attitude. So this song is actually enlightening letter to the people of Latin America. So it's kind of like she's singing back to...
I think the whole album is...
Yeah, exactly. This song in particular, though, it's just her... It also talks about her personality as a Latin American. So it's not like, oh, I have somebody I love and I can't forget them and everything. It's about definitely female empowerment in this one, definitely, but also giving love to the people of Latin America. But she's trying to basically say, I am a strong, empowered Latin American woman. The movement of the song comes from the idea of Mambo Number 5.
Yeah.
So if you ever heard of do 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 do, but at the very beginning of the song, there's like footsteps to Mambo Number 5, and then they open the door, and he's like, "This is Mambo Number 5," and they start with the footsteps here, and then the opening of the door, so you can clearly figure it out right from the get-go, 100%. There are not strong English lyrics for the song, so when I was trying to look up lyrics, like what are some English lyrics to this, this was one of them that had. It was difficult
You
in
just
finding.
have to like know Spanish.
Right, you have to know Spanish. So the translation on this
Yeah.
one, they
Yeah.
said, was very, very difficult to find lyrics to. I found something, but how well they really, truly matched the Spanish language, I don't know because I don't speak Spanish. So
You have to learn Spanish.
I should learn Spanish
I know
now.
Spanish.
I
we
really
listen to
should.
a lot of Spanish music.
I should start going on Duolingo and listening to it. But here are some lyrics that kind of speak about, the empowerment that she has. And I really like this song because it's about Latin America. It's not about relationships or anything. So I like that a lot. What were you going to say?
I was going to say the easiest way to like learn Spanish or languages, in my opinion, because I've done it with other languages, watch the captions on music videos.
Oh.
The English captions. Because you can just like kind of figure, or even if you really want to, watch the captions on the music video, then read the lyrics on your phone, so you can kind of like go along with it. But like even in general, you'll start to like pick up on. That's how I learned it. That and like hanging out with people that speak Spanish.
Right.
But that's how I like learned it when I was like younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would just like watch the music videos and it like taught me because I would hear the sounds and be like, oh, that's like generally what that word means.
Yeah. Well, ironically, one of your cousins is engaged to a woman from Colombia.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to him the other day, and I'm like, so can you speak fluent Spanish? He's like, oh, yeah. He goes, just his fiance speaks English, but he's like, I've learned Spanish through her. It's pretty cool. So anyways, the lyrics that I said go with this song are, let's see who is in this corner. I don't want anybody warming my chair. The people from here, the people on my right. Let's see my girl. Seems like she's at the table. So it's kind of like, I don't want anybody warming my chair. I'm going to take the chair myself, because I am a strong Latin American woman, and I thank the Latin American people for what they do as well. So I love the song. I love all the songs I picked, but I think you're going to mention one that I didn't do that I could have done.
I was going to say, because you kind of asked like why I think a couple songs weren't as popular. There are a few that are extremely popular from this album.
Are any of mine really popular or no?
Yeah, a couple of yours were popular. No, but I'm saying I don't think we picked any of the ones that are like extremely popular.
I have a feeling that.
Verano Rosa is actually one of them.
Okay.
But another one is Latina Forever.
That's the one I was going to shout out.
Which fun. I wrote about that in my blog, and the first thing I said is it's kind of funny for like a straight white male to say he loves the song Latina Forever. That's like it's a great song.
She's done a lot with Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny has one song where he's like ba 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 ba,
yeah,
and she has in this song she has like it's like da 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 like that. So, and as soon as I heard it, I'm like, oh, I can see the connection to Bad Bunny. She like pulled that idea in there.
I think that's a New York thing, 'cause that song is called New York, and it's like Dominican New York merengue music. Yeah.
I almost did that. That's one of my favorite songs. It's the first song I actually downloaded.
And in that song, like speaking of like female and Latina empowerment, that's what that song's about.
Yeah.
Another one that also follows that theme is Bandina Entrenada.
Mm-hmm.
And then Un Gatito Me Llamo, which I know you probably wouldn't like that song because it's what lyrically, but I love it. Yeah. That is probably the most popular song on the album. If I go to
if you stream?
Yeah, no, or even like I've like been out and like I'll hear that and like people don't like people who don't speak Spanish don't know it, but it's just like such a dancing
Right,
song.
so they're like dancing, not really knowing what they're dancing to.
Well, I mean, people don't care. You know, so
That's just the funny part of it.
Yeah.
Like if you really knew.
But those songs are all like very popular.
Okay.
The most popular song on the album, though, definitely, this might be her most popular song, is Ciantes Te Hubiera It's Ciantes Te Hubiera Conocido.
Okay.
And
I gotta listen to it then. It's not clicking in my head.
that one, I can play it after this. You'll be like, oh, you know it. And that's probably, like I said, I think that's the most popular song on the album.
Okay.
And I would have picked it for this album, for this list, because that is one of my favorite songs on the record. I just wanted to talk about other ones.
Yeah, that's a good idea because, like you said,
because like everyone like for me, it's like everyone likes this song. If you know this album, you would know
you
this
would know
song.
the song. Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about a few other ones that like aren't.
Our hits are,
in my opinion, are good too.
Good songs, but aren't like in the most streamed.
Yeah.
Like you said.
But yeah, so that song, Ciantes, I would say is the most popular song on this record.
Interesting.
I love like the feeling of it because like sonically it's so like sweet and bright, but like the lyrically it's basically her saying that she's in love with her best friend who's engaged to someone else. And she's just not like wanting them to break up, but she's kind of saying like, I wish you would have given me a chance, but she obviously never told that person.
That's like, what is that, Julia Roberts, My Best Friend's Wedding? Her best friend gets engaged to someone and she's trying to break up their engagement so she can have them back.
She wasn't trying to break them up, but like it does like follow that like idea, and it makes you wonder if she has someone. Also, by the way, I have a friend who told me this was her favorite song.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, like, why did you pick this song out of all of them? Like who? Like
who do you know?
Yeah,
What's
better
going
not
on?
better not tell the guy friend that you're talking about, right? But anyway, so those were our favorite songs off of Karol G's Tropicoqueta. Like I said, like once I listened to this in full a few months ago, I'm like, we have to go back to this because I knew that you would like it. Mm-hmm. And I just liked it so much, and I wanted to cover it before the year is over.
Good.
Because
good idea.
This album is nominated for Grammys, and I do think it's going to win.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, with all that streaming, like you said, I would hope so. It's a really good album. It really is. I enjoy it a lot.
And it's one of those where like you could like just put this on and not like rant on some random songs and like not even like pick your favorites and just like listen to it and be like, this is good. It sounds good.
Yeah, I could. Again, I always talk about that I could clean the house to it or something.
Yeah.
This would be one too. And I mean, if you don't,
you just like put it on and start dancing.
And start dancing, and then trust me, when I clean the house, I try to put some fun into it. So yeah, you just like move around and you dance, and not all the albums that we did, like Kendrick Lamar's, I wouldn't be cleaning and dancing to that one, but these definitely.
If you actually like know the lyrics, like a lot of these songs are very empowering too.
You know, do you think Bad Bunny is going to bring her out during the Super Bowl?
I could see it.
I could see that being a good chance.
Well,
that would be cool.
Actually, if you didn't know, you should go home and look it up. She did the opening ceremony at the NFL Brazil game.
I saw that. Yeah, I did see that.
She did that performance in Brazil. So it would not surprise me if Bad Bunny brought her out, because I know like they're like friends too. And,
that would be so awesome.
Yeah, it would be like because it would be like full circle because she like opened the season. She
really opened the NFL season.
She did open the season, and then he's ending the season, obviously.
Oh, full circle, 100%. Oh, please bring her out, Bad Bunny.
Good for the NFL, by the way. Anyone who's hating on that, you're wrong.
No, I mean,
a lot of the world speaks Spanish, so deal with it.
Right.
But anyway, so those are our favorite songs from Karol G's Tropicoqueta. I'm Joe.
I'm Joe's mom.
And we're Eastside Vibes. Thanks for watching.
Bye.